Hi, this is Gail Nettles. Today we are going to be doing some chain mail. This is a bracelet in a pattern called flower chain because each little link looks rather like a flower rosette. It's going to be made out of 18 gauge jump rings, and it's really a fun and easy pattern. So let's go ahead and get started with supplies. Here's what you're going to need for supplies. You're going to need some jump rings. These are enameled copper. I have 18 gauge, 5mm inside diameter that has an AR of about 4.9. These are amethyst. I also have some 18 gauge enameled copper, inside diameter 6mm. The AR is roughly 5.8. These are in a bronze color. I also have an S clasp made out of brass, I believe, red brass. And I have two sets of pliers. One of them is a chain nose and the other is a flat nose. And I've gone ahead and coated them with Tool Magic because I just like the way that it feels so that I don't slip too much when I'm manipulating the color jump rings, because they can be kind of slippery and you don't want to chip the coating off. Okay, that's all you really need for supplies for the bracelet, so let's get started. Okay, I've already pre-opened and pre-closed some of the 6mm jump rings. So what I'm going to do to make these little flowers is I'm going to take one of the closed rings, take an open ring, slide it through, and then go ahead and close the open ring. Okay, now you see we've got two rings, one right through the other. So I'm going to take another open jump ring and I'm going to put it right through the other two so that it just hangs off. The other two just hang off of it. Close the ring. Okay, and then just, there you go, all three rings. I'm going to take a fourth one and I'm going to put it through all of the three rings. So now you've got all three rings on this fourth one. And close the ring. Okay, you've got yourself a little flower. And as you can see, I've already pre-made a few of them to go with a bracelet. Okay, let's go ahead and make one more. So I've got the closed jump ring. I take an open, go right through it, close it up. So I've got two of them. Take another open jump ring, put it right through those two, close the ring. So I've got the three, and take one more open jump ring and through all three, and then close up the open. There you go. It's another little rosette. And as you can see, sometimes when you put them down, they don't seem to lie straight. But all you have to do is just move them around a little bit and you can get them back into shape. And if worse comes to worse, if one of them just doesn't seem to want to get into shape, that's the time that you take it apart and redo it. But now that we've got a few, let's go ahead and join them to the bracelet and finish up the bracelet. Be right back. Okay, let's now go ahead and make these into the chain. I've already gone ahead and put a couple more on so you don't have to watch me put all four on. But let's go ahead and put these last two on. So I take one of the purple rings, 5mm, and slide it through all four of the flower jump rings. So I've got it going through the whole flower. Then I take another one of the flowers and I slide all of them through this 4mm ring, 5mm ring. And then I go ahead and close the 5mm ring. Okay, so now you've got them joined with a single jump ring. I think it looks better myself to have a double jump ring, and it also is a little bit more secure, especially when you're talking about larger AR rings. So I'm sliding another ring through all 8. So all 4 of the first flower and all 4 of the second flower. So there you go. Let's just do the last one then. So I pick up the open ring, slide it through all 4, pick up the last rosette, slide it through the open ring, close the open ring, and then go ahead and put on the last one. And one thing you want to be careful of when you're doing this is that you're making sure to go through all of the rings, because in case you go through it something like this, where you go through, oh, I don't know, yeah, there I go, I did it. You see, I didn't go through the 4th ring and it's still kind of hanging. If I did that and then tried to go ahead and put it through this set of rings, it would end up getting out of whack, so to speak. So to make sure that you're going through all of the rings when you're doing this. So, got this. Okay. And there we go. We've got a bracelet. What does a bracelet need but a clasp? So let's go ahead and put the clasp on. What I'm going to do for this is I'm going to take one of the 5mm rings, slide it through the end, and then I'm going to go ahead and put it through a clasp. So this is just a simple S-clasp. S-clasp. I'll say that right. Close the ring. Now what I'm going to do is slide a second one through. For one, I think it keeps the pattern a little bit better. And 2, it just adds more stability to the bracelet itself. So slide the second one through. And by the way, you don't have to use an S-clasp. You can use any kind of clasp your little heart desires. So there you go. And on the other side, what I'm going to do is I'm just, let's see, I think I can actually still put it through another 2. So let's open 2 jump rings, since I neglected to go ahead and have the last 2 open. And remember, when you're opening jump rings, move north and south and not east and west. So let's go ahead and put on this ring. Looks like I probably mangled this jump ring, but oh well. It's demonstration time, what can I say? And here's the second one. Okay. Now you've got put it through both rings. You've got yourself a bracelet. And this is a bracelet made out of the flower chain. Now, as you can see right now, it looks like it's, you know, all going in various directions, because you've got to kind of string it out or fold it out so that all the flowers face in the same direction. But once you've got that done, it's pretty easy to keep them all aligned. Unless, of course, you're like me and can't get your jump or your clasp through your jump ring. Well, just leave it at that for the moment. So there you go. We've got ourselves a flower bracelet. Thanks a lot, and I'm glad you were able to join me today, and I will talk to you later. Bye.